Oh, hey, what's going on? Glad you stopped by to hang out with me for a few minutes today. Well, it's the 35th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. Man, this is my favorite franchise. When I played this, oh my goodness, it changed everything. I grew up in an arcade, thought that was the way or the style the games had to be made. Very linear. Boss at the end of each stage with an ending. You had to do it this way. And then I played The Legend of Zelda. Oh my goodness, that changed everything for me. And ever since I played the first one, it has been my favorite franchise, and I have made it a point to play every one since. And I have beaten them all. And some of them are not easy. But today, let's see what I've picked up through the years here. Got quite the pile over here. Now that I'm looking at it, my goodness. Let's see what we got. I'm not really big into buying the action figures or those books or anything like that. They're really cool. So they can get kind of expensive. And for me, I'm going to spend $40, $50 on a book. Do I want to spend it on that or more video games? Guess which one wins every single time? So I don't have a lot of other stuff other than games here. But spoiler, I've got them all. I do have this one little guy here. It's from the Wind Waker. I believe I picked that up in the line at Walmart. I think I picked up a few of these, a lot of Mario characters and stuff. Seems like anytime I'm in there, when I'm in line, I see it, I'm just going right in the cart. Maybe the wife won't see it. Oh, she don't care. I do also have, now check this out. This is like a little race car. It's actually a Pro Stock dragster, if you know what that is. And it's from Johnny Lightning, and for the game series, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I've never seen another one of these. I don't remember where I got it. I just remember when I saw it, I was like, well, okay, I'm going to get that. Check that out. Anybody ever seen one of those before? Let's see, of course I got the complete animated series on DVD. Gosh, used to love that on the Super Mario Brothers show. Every Friday morning, I had to make sure to see the Legend of Zelda episode. Let's see, got a controller here, Legend of Zelda for Breath of the Wild for the Switch. My wife picked that up for me. She saw it one day at Walmart and thought I would like it. And she was right. As far as games, there are some that are not really the Legend of Zelda. And no, I'm not talking about the stupid Tingle games from Japan either, or the CDI games. Those don't count. But there is Link's Crossbow Training for the Wii. Wish I'd kept the box for it. I believe I got this one with the zapper coming that big. Why'd I get rid of that? I'll get another one. Man, this is a fun game. If you like zapper games, this is awesome. Really, really fun game for the Wii. One of the best. Of course, there is the Hyrule Heroes series. The one for the Wii U, I believe that would be the first one. And then here's the newer one for the Switch, Age of Calamity. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is another one for 3DS. I think that's right. I don't have that one. But I don't consider these Legend of Zelda games. These are good games. I've not beaten either one of these. Maybe one day I'll get back to it. I've played a good ways into both. They're fun. They're not Legend of Zelda. Just cool beat 'em up games. Now this new one, man, it is spectacular. Oh my goodness. So let's get into the real thing here. Might as well go in order that they were released, which means the original Legend of Zelda. So let's see. This one is one I bought as a collector, and this one is my wife's from when she was a kid. Has her initials on it. We did that when we started collecting, so we'd always remember which ones were actually hers. When you got about 400 NES games, it gets hard to remember who had what. And then of course, in the box, complete, with another game in there, The Legend of Zelda. So yeah, I've got 3 copies of it. It's that good. And then here, of course, Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. Now this is one of 2 that I do not have the box for yet. I do have the manual though. This is hard. This is so hard. But I have beaten it several times, but man. And it is so different. A lot of people don't like it. It wouldn't be at the top of my favorites list either, but I don't know, it's just different. And then, of course, my favorite game of all time, in my opinion, the greatest game of all time, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So there's 2 copies I picked up as a collector. And here's another one, complete in the box. This one even has the little tips and secrets little thing with it. And my wife got me this a few years ago for my birthday. It has the map. Yeah, check that out. You don't see this very much anymore. And the map. Gosh, I had this when I was a kid, but I don't know whatever happened to all of it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, my wife got me that. It's been a few years ago on birthday. Great present. And then also they made a Game Boy Advance version of this, a portable version of Link to the Past, so I got that too. There's the game 40 books in there. I'm not going to open all of them. We'll be here forever. And this one also has the little 4 Swords game, the little dungeon runner where you can go online and play against people. Now, it was a lot of fun back in the day. I don't even know if that still works or not. Somehow I doubt it. Now, if you're looking for another challenge, say you know Link to the Past like the back of your hand, and you're looking for more, right here it is. Legend of Zelda Parallel Worlds. Now this is a hack, and oh my goodness, it is hard. I beat it one time, and I haven't built up enough courage to go back and try it again. But it is fun. So after Link to the Past comes Link's Awakening. This is the other one that I do not have the box for. I do have an original here, not the remake, or the classic series, whatever they call it. And then here is the DX version. This is the hybrid game, the black cartridge that I play in both Game Boy Color and Game Boy. And then of course the new Link's Awakening. I guess you call it the 3D version or the Switch version. This is awesome. I love this. I wish they'd go back and do more like this. Do the first one. Do the Oracle games. Come on. So most everything I just showed you I've gotten as a collector. I had to go back and get it because I probably had them at one time, but got rid of it when I was a teenager. Stupid teenager. What are you going to do? But now everything from here forward I bought as a gamer, as a young adult on up to where I'm at now. So, I don't know, I was about 20, no, 19 or so, 20. Went and signed up and got Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition. So everything's in there, book, games in there. And when you got this at the time, it also came with this gold bag. That's what the game come in. And in there with it was this little pamphlet. These stickers, which I still have, I've never taken off. The cellophane is still on the front. They come with this big poster. I'll try to see if I can get it on camera here. Front and back. And it also came with this t-shirt. It's faded a little bit. They must not have used the best ink in the world, but that's alright. Hey, I've still got it all. But you don't see many of those, or I haven't really, of the whole thing. The bag, all the brochures, the poster, the t-shirt that come with it. You don't see that much anymore. So they also made, for the GameCube, the Ocarina of Time, a remake of it, and it came with the Master Quest. So that's pretty cool. I bought that when it came out. I wanted to play the Master Quest. Oh man, it's hard too. And then I picked up, more recently, the Ocarina of Time 3D 2DS. Think about that for a minute. No, this is really cool. I like the 2DS, and when I seen this coming out with this, I had to have this version of it. Of course, I saved the box. And man, the Ocarina of Time looks really good on this thing. The new version of it looks great. And then after Ocarina of Time, of course, I have Majora's Mask Collector's Edition. A lot of people really like that game. I'm not one of them. And we'll leave it at that. So after that, they come out with a couple of Game Boy games. The Oracle series. There's Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. And I have two different versions of this. The one that comes with this is the true Game Boy Color copy and the clear cartridge. But then I have also picked up later one of the hybrid cartridges of it. And of course, to go with that, Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. Man, these two games are good. You put them together and play a combined quest. Oh my goodness. Among my favorites. So after the Oracle series, on the GameCube, came the Wind Waker. This is a great game too. I love this. If I stuck on a deserted island for 5 years, this would be one of my games. Or actually, it would be this version of it. If you haven't seen my Deserted Island challenge, go check that out. It's a fun video. This is a great game. The Wii U is great too. I like the Supercell. I don't like that they made parts of it easier, but that's what they usually do with a remake, and you know, hey. They call it refining. I call it making it easier. But I love the Wind Waker, so I had to get the HD version. And after that, on the GameCube, there's a game here that some say don't count. I don't know. It's not listed on ZeldaDungeon.net as part of the games. But it's Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure. And I know it's not a Zelda game, a traditional Zelda game, but I kind of like this. When I got this, I got the big box version. That's the one I bought because it came with the Game Boy Advance connector cable. And I'm pretty sure I already had Wind Waker first, and I had a Game Boy Advance. So you could plug it up and use Tingle when you're out in the water to drop bombs and find the Tingle statues in the dungeons, find all the extra stuff. So I had to have it. This one come with it, and that just happens to be the one I got. This is pretty collectible now. Most of the other games are though. After that came, for the Game Boy Advance, one of my favorites in the series, the Minish Cap. Man, I love this game. This is so cool. it's like they took Link to the Past and expanded on it and put a lot more mechanics into it. And I love the top-down Zeldas anyway. Those are my favorite. I like the 3D ones too, but I'm very nostalgic for the top-down classic Zelda style. And the Minish Cap is a great game. So after that, it goes to the Wii. First one for that is Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Still got everything for it. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. The first time I played through it, I was nearly through it and somehow got lucky enough to find the one and only fatal glitch in the game. There's some little room in a cave that I went into, and I talked to a guy somehow and then saved it, because you can save this one about anywhere except for that one room in the whole game. So I had to save it and go somewhere, do something else. I played for a little bit, I don't know, saved it in that room, and when I went back to it, the door was gone, that person was gone, you could not finish it. Couldn't figure out what to do, looked it up. Sure enough, I found the one and only fatal glitch. And it made me so mad I didn't play it for a while. Until the next one came out, and I thought, oh no, I hadn't beat the first one yet, I gotta beat the other one. So I went back and played it. And that's the only time I've played through it. I still hold a grudge against it. But it's a good game, it really is. It's very similar to Ocarina of Time. The style of gameplay, of course. The story, of course, is not. This is a very dark game. But it's a good one. And then later, for the Wii U, I picked this up. This is the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Amiibo bundle. And this is still sealed. I have never opened this because of the grudge I hold against it. And I think I'm going to ask my wife for her anniversary this year. I'm going to have this sent off and graded and put in one of those nice boxes. Because, man, this thing's in really nice shape. I'd be curious to see. I know what price charting says it's worth when it's graded. I think I'm going to do that. In between the Wii games, I had two Game Boy DS or Nintendo DS games. The Phantom Hourglass. Yeah, still got everything for that. These are fun. Of course, the second one is Spirit Tracks. So these are a lot of fun. It's different leading them around with the stylus, but yet it's still fun. These are good Zelda games. I've played through both a couple of times. I think I've gotten everything you can get on both of them. Of course, I have on most Zelda games. And then back to the Wii, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And when I bought this, I got the big box copy. And it came with the Motion Plus Gold Zelda remote. Now I gotta say, this is an awesome game. But I feel like a fool swinging the Wii remote around trying to play this. I remember being very frustrated fighting some of the bosses, that you had to do an accurate slash or just if it wasn't for that, this would be at the top. So I'm curious to see the new one. It's coming out, maybe out now by the time this video shows, and I'll get it and I'll play it. I want to see how the new controls work without doing all that mess. But it is a really good game. So after that, they had a couple for the 3DS. First was Triforce Heroes. I don't like it. It's not really a Zelda game. It's not bad, but it's not a Zelda game. But then they made this one, Link Between Worlds. This is an amazing Zelda game. In the same line as Link to the Past. I think it's a sequel 50 years after or so. Great game. You got a way to play that, you need to pick it up. And of course the latest, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now when I got the Explorers Edition. Come with this cardboard box. Come with this real thick book here. It's really nothing more than a big instruction manual, but it's pretty cool. I like looking at all of it. Got some cool pictures in it. And it came with this really cool map. Kind of has the old look to it. That's the whole map. This side is just the Great Plateau. It's really cool. So that's all the games I've got there, and that's all of them. What a great franchise. I love this so much. I could put any of these in at any time and just have a blast with them. Can't wait to play the next one, Breath of the Wild 2, and to see what else they got in store for us in the future. So thanks for stopping by to hang out with me for a few minutes today, and I'll see you next time.